All right, boys. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone's doing great. I hope everyone's doing amazing, because I know I am. My name is Chad. I'm a motion designer, and I'm learning to draw every day just to prove to people that it's not that hard. Now, we're almost done with this month, with this just messing around month. It's actually, this month has got 31 days, so we're about 2 streams in, and that's it. This one and then and tomorrow's. But yeah, man. Why you gotta lie? Why you gotta lie when I don't know if I can stay? Rip. Hey. Brother, it is what it is. I feel like, you know, this is kind of like the time, around the time where I'm like free, where I come back home, I rest up a little bit, I gather up my thoughts and my energy, and I just pop in around this time. Actually, I feel like I've started streaming a bit early today, earlier than usual, at least earlier than yesterday's. But yeah, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I know it's late for you. Almost beat my record for seconds. Yeah. That's a good record though. That's a good record. Hey, this is a water drinking reminder. Drink your water if you didn't drink water today. Alright, so I think let's just... No, it's 10 p.m. Oh, it's 9 p.m. for me, so we're not that far off from each other. Oh man, I'm getting sleepy. I'm not trying to spend a lot of time on today's stream. Okay. You know what, actually? Ooh, now this looks fire. What is this, bro? Okay, this looks insane. What the hell, bruh? This looks awesome. That's sick, bro. Thanks for living earlier. It's really easier for me. Alright, yeah, maybe I'll start doing streams a bit earlier. What's that horror movie reference, bro? I don't know, but it looks really sick. I really like it. That's awesome. Anyways, this is not what we're doing. Let me look for this, hide it, no. Do another layer, let's pick a reference, an actual reference. What are we doing? Actually, I thought maybe we can do like some some JoJo? We can do some JoJo. JoJo's a bit difficult to draw. JoJo is like, you know, JoJo is JoJo. But we can try. Holy crap, dude. These panels are insane. Okay, I think we're doing manga panels right now. Alright, I wanna draw JoJo. I love JoJo's artwork. It's fascinating to me. Dude, it's so hot in here. God. I have no school tomorrow, and then it's weekend, so I can stay up late. Nice. That's the best thing, like, when you have like a Wednesday, is it a Wednesday? Off, and then it adds up to the weekend. That's the best feeling, bro. Dun, dun. Dude, I hate the black brush, that is. Okay, so we've got a head, we've got a face in here. So let's simplify this thing first. Simplify, simplify, simplify. All right, simplify, get your shapes right. This stops in the middle. This is almost a straight line, right? And this goes in here. If you want to try something else, I recommend you try drawing animals. It's so funny and goofy sometimes. Honestly, I think you're right. I'm planning on doing that. I really want to, well, not get into the anatomy, but at least do it for some fun. Since I picked today's reference, you know, I'm still going to go with this. But tomorrow we're going to try to draw some animals. Maybe like one animal. Because I feel like once you get like, you know, the gist of like shapes and 3D forms and everything, I feel like it's not that hard anymore. You know what I'm saying? This is a really cool reference. This is popping out. And characters in the show they're just like so pretty. They're so aesthetic and their poses are just like very bold. Let's see. Wait, let me get my headphones real quick. Don't hear anything. Oh, my bad. Way better. Yeah, so what's up with you? Honestly, nothing much. I mean, life is life. Life has been kind of difficult for the past couple of weeks, honestly. But, you know, it gets to a point where when you sort of just like get used to it. And that's not like in a bad sense. Like, you get used to it as in like you get stronger and you can handle it. You toughen up, you know what I mean? That's toughening up is like something, it's like a blessing, honestly. Because not a lot of people get to toughen up during their lives, you know? There you go. Wait, I'm coming back, see ya. Alright, brother. Alright. Take care, brother. This kind of starts from here and ends here. I feel like I've made it a little bit short, so I think we're gonna have to not short, but it's just like compressed. This does not look good. Okay, how can we fix this before we move on? Before we actually get stuck with it? I mean, the distance between here and here, like, okay, this is fine. I feel like this is fine. I feel like this is fine. Maybe the ear is not big enough, so maybe we can just like do this here, like this, right? And then the ear gets big enough, this checks out. This is sort of just like here, so that also checks out. The nose, maybe? So let me actually try to understand the 3D form that's going on here. First of all, this distance, right? What's up with that? All right. Second of all, this feels okay. Yeah, this checks out. This checks out. I mean, add some hair here and everything. I think this is not bad, but I don't like. I feel like something is wrong, man. Okay, and the distance here, this is sort of like a straight line. Okay, that's a large eye. That's a very large eye, I think. But I think, in comparison, I think I'm gonna keep it, and we'll see. Also, this starts going down from here. Is this working? Okay, this chin is definitely weak. I feel like that's a little better. Okay, not bad. All right, I mean, we're getting there, I think. We're getting there. Okay, what else? We've got the cross hatching. The cross hatching is very interesting here. It's like you don't really see where it happens. It's just like you see the cross hatching, and that's it. Right. Wait, there's a line that it follows. Okay, and we straight up just have like straight lines here. No. Okay, yeah, we can delete them. We can erase them. No, no. Oh my god. I thought it was gonna turn off on me. The lines are kind of even. Okay. Hello, we've got Kai Launa. Kai Launa? Am I pronouncing that right? I'm sorry if I don't. I mean, you guys have like some weird names out here. Like I do have a weird name. Like I'm not I'm not name shaming here, but god damn, boys. Nice drawing. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. I really love like JoJo and JoJo's artwork. Like the manga style. So yeah, I'm just trying out. This is kind of like something new to me, honestly. This is kind of like the first time me just nailing it. So far I'm really happy with it so far. Cross hatching. Kylon A. All right. No. Yes. The cross hatching is very thin on the reference, so maybe it's either I either need to get like a thinner brush or just go really slow. I mean that's I mean it's not as refined as in the reference, but that'll do. That'll do. Oh shit, I forgot about the holes. Bro, for real, for real? Hey, we got Joe in the chat. What's up? That's how you pronounce it, and I love drawing manga. Honestly, anime and manga have not been my focus for the past, I don't know, year. I'm just trying, bro, measuring for thank, bro, I swear. I was like, yeah, let's let's try to like start with the bigger shapes first, simplify stuff. You can actually see the lines, which I'm really, really happy about. My sketch book is full of manga. No, K-Long U. That's how you produce it. Wait, produce it. Job be long, man. Wait, which the one in the reference? I think, I mean, look, you can look back at the stream. The jaw was like almost kind of like here, the first time I made it. But yeah, I forgot about the holes, man. How are we doing the holes? And the texture, the rendering of the hair. I don't know how to render hair. Like this is just like pitch black. Okay, we'll take a look at it after we're done with the cross hatching. Bro loves cross hatching. Which I think is what makes it so iconic. Not yours, mine? Are you kidding me? Are you okay? Let's see. I mean, the size is different. It's almost there, bro. If anything, I think it's still small. Right? I think it's small. If I stretch it like this, that almost kind of like fits, and we do this. Alright? But I don't know, that feels a bit weird to me. But yeah, drawing manga, so nope. If you get the face as the reference point, it's long. Okay, well, I'm going with long then. Your sketchbook is full of manga. Do you do art? Like, what do you do? Okay, I'm just gonna keep calling you K. I'm bad with names. It is what it is, you know. Then you see that the eye are too low. Oh my god, bro, Joe, man, let me have this. Joe be like, yeah, let me pick up on every, like, I know, you know what, let me shut up, because like this is important. What you're saying is important. The eye is too low. I mean, kind of like there's this, which is not like the distance here. You see, there's like you can like make an angle there. Here that doesn't happen, but it doesn't look bad. So I'm just gonna keep going with it. Align your drawing correctly with the face, like the nose. I did, bro. Then the jawline, then the jaw is long horizontally. Oh my god, let me draw in peace, my brother. Okay, so this is the mouth. When it comes to the eye, like I see how, you know, there's a bit of a distance here. No, not you. The nose is a bit too small. Oh my god. You do it like this. And we do it a bit like this. That kind of gets close, but I feel like I need to get the eye. Like move the whole eye, you know what I mean? Which I think I'm gonna do. Yeah, I feel like that feels a bit better. If you resize and align with the jaw, then the face is too small, either too low. Man, bro is picking up on shit. Like, bro is seeing things. You see things, Joe. And I'm out here just trying to draw holes on this man. Okay, this is too much. Oh, the cross-hatching on this part. I don't know if that's perfect or not. It's not, but I think that's not bad. What else? I think if we make the nose a bit larger, I think that'll do us solid. Yeah, I think that does feel better. Okay, now the holes. I need to get the holes right. I'm doing all this just for the holes, because they have like these hanging like threads, which I think would give them like this sort of like three-dimensionality, if that's even a word, and I like that a lot. So actually I'm going to do them on another layer. Okay, that's not a bad hole. Next. Dude, I just realized this is kind of like a bad idea, I think now. I'm kind of regretting it, because I'm not going to draw like just one or two holes. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. There's like 21 and I didn't even count right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reduce the number. That's what I'm gonna do. Cause I didn't really get the proportions right, and I feel like the jaw is not gonna hold off or contain all the holes. So, and this brush is not helping me make small strokes. Wait, is John writing something? Imagine a vertical line from the lip to the chin. From the lip to the chin, like from here to here. I think that's working. Or maybe from here to here. Just below the lower lip. It will align around the eyes. Yours are going past the eyes. What do you mean? Like, I genuinely don't understand. Imagine a vertical line. Oh, a vertical line. Yeah, a vertical line. From the tip of the chin, from the tip of the chin. So this one. From the tip of the chin. From the tip of the chin, just below the lower lip. It will align around the eyes. Oh, wait. Around the eyes? Oh my god, bro. I do see it. But honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like I'm too far in. I feel like this is one of those kind of like not mistakes. What would I call this? Like Sorry, just below the lower lip. Below the lower lip, it allows. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like I already called myself out on this. Like from here to here, you go, and then you have to make like a 45 degrees, and then to find this one right here. And it kind of like does happen here, but it's a small distance from here to here as opposed to here from here to here. So I do realize it. But like I said, I'm not going back to fix that. Like this is it, bruh. Okay, these holes are not perfect, by the way, so let's not try to have them be perfect. But that works too. Yeah, okay, well sunk cost. Oh, I like that word, sunk cost. That's exactly the thing you need to fix. Bro, just let me have this one, please. Like, let me have this one, alright? I'm really happy with this. Like, I've actually just like decided to draw like, you know, stylized stuff, manga or whatever. It's like I was not feeling it. I was like, okay, this is gonna be really bad, but I'm just gonna try anyway. But it turned out okay, so just let me have this. Alright. Yeah. Okay, we got this. This is our hole. Why does bro have holes in them? Like, I didn't even ask this question. You know, JoJo is so freaking absurd. Like, having like an imagery like this, it doesn't really like, you know, doesn't even bother you anymore. You don't ask about it. It's just like, yeah, it's a JoJo. It's a JoJo character. Obviously, they're gonna have holes in their face, or obviously their face is gonna be separated into like discs or something. You never know what happens in JoJo, bruh. Why would you want to have this one? Okay, I was gonna go with it, all right? I was going into this one, and I was like, this looks very polished. I'm talking about the reference, right? This looks beautiful, okay? And I went into drawing this feeling like I was going to mess it up, right? Maybe I was not that confident that I was going to get this one right. At least semi-right, right? But then I did this, the one you see out here, and it's like, okay, that's kind of like acceptable. You know, it's not bad. It's not a replica, but it's not bad either. It's like, okay. So, you know, I'm not complaining about it. And since I'm not complaining about it, I'm happy with it. And yeah. This is right here. Let's do another hole here. Whoops. One here. Wait. If you get that right, the what do you, and then what do you learn? Guess who's back? Yo, what's up, Marcus? So you're looking for validation on your own skills, that you know that it's not enough, but you still feel like getting it right will solve that. Dude, every word of those sentences just like, ah, man, I feel so attacked. Like, it's going, it's like daggers. Damn. That is true. Yes. Impressive true artist behavior. Oh my god. I'm not gonna say no. Hey, that is true. Like, what you said is true. But maybe let me. I'm trying to just like give myself room to be, give myself room to be happy with the drawing at least once, right? I'm giving myself room to be happy with this one, right? Why do you feel attacked? Yeah, well, I mean, are you seeing what he's writing? I'm giving myself room to be happy with this one, but then it's okay. Like next time maybe we'll pay more attention to the stuff that I didn't pay attention on this one. All right, so just like, you know, we can celebrate a little bit, all right? There you go. There's the holes on the neck too. Like, damn, bro. Feeling happy under a scatterbrained art practice. A scatterbrained? What is it? What's scatterbrained means? That sounds very offensive, but scatterbrained. That's it. We've got holes in here that are, damn, bro, how did he, okay, like, I get that, like, whatever, like, rebel or pebbles that went through his face, like, that's fine, like here, but how did you know, the shots or whatever penetrate this way? Like, they must have gone like this way. So he's got like gunpowder or whatever coming this way, and on his neck. Like, bro, wait, what? I don't understand. What's the timeline here? We're basically debating whether I keep going with the drawing that I'm drawing right now, or I just fix it to fit more, or to replicate more the reference. You know, I don't understand the drawing and the conversation. Honestly, neither do I. I don't understand why he's being like this. It just looks cool, you know. There you go. What else? Disorganized, lack of reference and direction. I gotta go. Have a good live stream, bro. Have a good sleep too. Have a good sleep, Jane. I take care, brother Marcus. Disorganized. Disorganized sounds a little bit harsh, doesn't it? I mean, damn. Lack of reference. My God, bro. This motherfucker is ruthless. So, okay, your question was feeling happy under a scatterbrained art practice? Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Why the frick not? Now, let's draw the big one. Then I hope you ain't expecting much from the art practice in the next couple of months, years. It's not always going to be like this though. Like, I don't expect myself to be like, oh, it's going to be fine. Like, sometimes I'll be rough on myself and I'll just like try to fix as much as I can. But some other times, you know, it's okay to miss a beat or two, you know. I feel like if I'm going to be hard on myself and trying to do everything perfectly every day, I'm just going to hate it, you know. So giving myself it, like, that's okay. Like, that gives me dopamine, that gets me more you know, motivated to do more of it, you know. And I feel like they'll get some time where I'll be like done with not having it correct, right? So during that time, like, sooner or later, I'll just get tough on myself. But for now, you know, I'm trying to have fun with it. And I feel like that, to me, is much more important than anything else. Dude, there's more holes, brother. I don't know what you want. Your practice makes me wonder where you want to be. That's a good question. That is a good question. That's a really good question. You know, like when politicians don't want to answer, it's like, where I want to be. Is it fine if I just like try to finish this thing at least? Right? Because that's a big question, to me at least. So I wanna try to answer it with my full brain power, with the 2 cells left in my brain. That's a good hole. That's another good hole. That's another good hole. Let's do one black one here. There you go. 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 I think that's enough, right? You have been hard on yourself ever since I came here. Yeah, by the way, that's the true answer. What do you mean that's the true answer? Not having an answer is a true answer? My first backseating victim came to drawing every day, but only valued the aspect of it being a routine. No passion or direction under the practice. Okay, I will be right back with you. I'm willing to go into this discussion. Trust me, I am. Let me just try to do this really quick, and I'll entertain the thought, because that's very interesting what you're saying. What else? We need to thicken the black around the eyes. That's it. Let me give this a hue. That's it. And I think we're done with this one. Let me duplicate this a few times, because I am not going to, whoops. There you go. There you go. That's some contrast. Okay, all right, now I'm done with it. Let me look. Sorry, oh my God, it's so hot. Some other victims also suffer from the perpetual practice without direction, drawing without thinking. Okay. Let me gather my thoughts properly so I can just like spit them out properly. My goal with this, I just wonder if they are doing what they intended, or if they are too afraid to take on a different approach after spending that many days in meaningless practice. Wow, meaningless. Okay. I'm going to, I don't know about anybody else. I don't know anybody else in person who went through this. I've never actually spoken to anybody else who's taken the challenge. I've seen only one person take this challenge, and he is the person that inspired me to do this. I think I spoke about them once and I shouted them out. It's Otaku something. I forgot their name, but yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna speak about me now. My goal with this, I feel like, is not just like how do you say this? Stable? Is that the word? Like, it changes, right? The thing I want to do with this, like, I mean, back like a few like a few months back, like a year and something back, I was trying to do illustration. And what I mean illustration is like the westernized style. It's just like the simple style, you know, the Sarah Beth Morgan style, more like the Disney stuff, but not really Disney, more like forms and simple shapes and stuff like that. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to do any anime stuff. I was not trying to do any anime stuff. But then, as an animator, I found the struggle of animating a hand, and I've spoken about this many times. And so the goal changed. I was like, okay, my goal now is to draw and be good at animating hands. And then from hands, I went to faces and to bodies, and I was like, yeah, let me do this. Let me try to explore this. And then from faces into bodies, I think that's where I am so far, right? I didn't move a lot past that. And so I feel like I'm still exploring the vast range of the things that I can do with this little tablet right here, right? There's a lot of other stuff. There's the rest of the anatomy that I know really nothing of. There's animal anatomy. There's background drawing. There's hair rendering. There's painting. There's clothes. There's a lot of stuff that I still don't know yet. And so I'm giving myself room here just to just explore. I'd love to just explore, you know, explore a bit of this, a bit of that, and then kind of like decide on what I really want to go really into. I've heard a lot of artists talking about how they started their journey with just like drawing realistic stuff and going like with more realism than as opposed to the stylized stuff, and then moving away from the realism into their stylized stuff, and actually discovering their style, quote unquote, with the stylized stuff, because that they're actually just like having fun with it, right? And I feel like that's kind of like the route that there's actually some guy who wrote me a comment and asked me about like the realism versus the stylized stuff, and it's like the realistic approach to drawing offers a lot of practice when it comes to 3D forms, because it does get complex, right? The noses get complex, like how you draw a nose, how you draw the lips, like the puffiness of the lips, you need to get that through, the overlap of the lips. I don't know if there's like fat under the chin, you can show that as well. There's a lot of stuff that you need to consider when it comes to form with the realistic approach of drawing. And this is, by the way, this is my interpretation, right? I could be wrong, but this is what makes sense to me at this point. As opposed to the simple stuff, for example, when you're trying to draw a fat character, you just have like to make their face a bit rounder, and that's it, right? And so back to maybe like the progression of where I'm going, or what I'm trying to do with this. I'm still exploring, but my end goal, I feel like, is to draw right now, right? It could change. Like, I'm not saying like this is what I want to do, you know, full stop. I want to do illustrations that are simple. This is like the style that I want to get to, that are simple but that convey, you know, complex form. I don't know if that makes sense, or if I'm making sense. I want to get oh, actually, now that I'm looking at it, their face is kind of like leaning forward more. Now that I'm seeing it, I've just spoken a little bit and then I started noticing things. Back to what I was saying. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get or to deliver a message. Any references for that style? I'm not sure. Maybe if I find something or something comes across, I'll just save it. No, I don't think so. Chainsaw Man, I don't think so, because you see my style, for example, with the sketches that I've been doing so far. Like the sketches that I'm kind of like low-key, just not low-key, high-key, I'm proud of. They're more like discontinued strokes. That's what I like. I like the discontinued strokes. I like the almost like unfinished feel of things, right? Like I like to have something open to interpretation, right? And just like not. This is weird. I don't know how to explain it without sounding, you know, having like a whole philosophy around it. Seems like you lack reference, kind of vague stuff you're saying. Relax, okay? Maybe what you're saying is right, but I kind of like have in sort of like maybe it's just like a foggy image of it, and I also do like have an idea about it from other mediums, and I know for a fact that it exists when it comes to drawing as well. For example, when it comes to shows, I don't really like shows that are just like are feeding me the information or feeding me the spoon feeding me, should I say, the timeline or the storyline, right? I like shows that are just like they keep a little bit of mystery to it, and you just like interpret it your own way. That's why Attack on Titan is a really good go-to show for me. That's why I don't really like Friends and I like The Office more. Friends like tell you exactly when you have to laugh with the laughing tracks, right? And it's so unfunny without the laughing tracks. That's like when they're like forcing you to just like, oh, follow this, like you laugh now, right? Or you clap now, whatever. Now translating that into drawing, I like to lay strokes where like it doesn't even matter if the stroke is unfinished, right? Or actually there's okay, I know you're looking, you're trying to you asked me for a reference, right? There's this one guy who was showing, I think it was on the Proco channel. It was showing like a what is it called, a sketchbook tour. Proco. Hold on a second. If I found this guy, this is probably a really good example of what I love seeing. Let's see. It's been quite a while ago though. Hopefully it is on the Proco channel. I really forgot. Sketchbook tour, is it this one? No. Dude, where is it? He was like drawing with ink on his sketchbook. Oh my god. Wait, let me turn this to here. Is it this one? I don't think so.
Here's Christian again posing
No.
with the tigers coming in.
No. Is it this? No. Dude, it was a dude. I think it was Asian. It's not this far in. Is it this one? This guy? I think it is. But not this video. Coloring tips. It's not this video. This is not a sketchbook tour.
I don't really understand to things that I am familiar with, because that just makes it hollowed out. Drawing.
This is kind of frustrating. They have a playlist of sketchbook tours. Sketchbook tours.
All right, everybody, how you guys doing out there? Really happy to be
Hello.
here talking a little bit about the art of sketchbooking, what it means to me, show some examples of some of my past sketch.
Thank you. I really forgot where it is. But anyways. What's up? We got Mockingbay in the chat. What's up, Mockingbay? Man, I really lost it. But okay, I'm just going to try to explain what like his approach to things is when it comes to his sketchbook. Can't stick around for long. Just drop by to say hi. Hey, hello. Thank you for stopping in. It's like one of his things is that when he messes up like a it's kind of a neat trick. When he messes up like an outline or something, or he doesn't even leave an outline, he colors in. He doesn't color. Isn't that extremely important? What are you talking about? Finding the video? Are you talking about finding the video? Let me finish this point. He doesn't really just like finish. For example, there's a head, right? Wait, he doesn't really finish the heads he just makes colors in like a box, a colored box, and gives like some white space around the head, and he makes it look like that's highlight stuff, right? That's like kind of like interesting, and that's what I kind of want to do. Like I want to take the approach of like less is more with my strokes, and yeah, I want to imply form with as less strokes as possible. That's where I want to get. That's the style that I really like. Maybe I end up drawing or adapting another style, and I'm completely fine with it, you know. But to me, that's what's attractive to me right now. Would that change? Maybe yes, maybe no. Right now I would gauge no, but who knows? To note down the artists that you base your end goal. That's true. I do agree, but I always like, maybe this is a me thing. I always do have the comfort of just like, oh, it's in the Proco channel, I find it. But you know, this right here, I just proved myself wrong. So yeah. We got Manny Noel in the chat. What's up? Are you drawing with Photoshop? I am. This is Photoshop. I use Photoshop not only for drawing, but I use it for a lot of my design stuff, and so I find it very convenient. You know, a lot of people do use it for drawing, so. Oh, that art gives me heebie-jeebies. Thank you, I appreciate it. Hopefully you're talking about mine, not the reference. Cause that would be awkward. Anyways, so yeah, the end goal. You asked about the end goal and whether it's like something that's just like done for routine and not with a passion. Like I said, I'm not gonna speak about anybody else, but let me tell you, I love drawing. Okay, I'm never going to not love drawing, or I'm never going to not appreciate a good drawing or a good animation piece. You know, I would always, I doubt I would ever not appreciate a piece of animation or a piece of an illustration that's made with love and with heart. And that gives me the comfort of like, yeah, I love this. And if I ever stop this, which I doubt ever again, I'm going to come back to it. You know, I'm tied. I feel like I'm tied to this, you know. I did stop. You know, I went through, you know, my 3/4 years of college without drawing a single piece, right? And when I was a kid, I used to draw a lot. I used to get really, you know, the kids in school would be like, you know, you, what do you call it? Like scan it? You didn't, not scanning it. You traced it, right? I'm like, no, guys, like, I'm not that good at drawing. Just leave me alone. It'd just be like that. But I doubt I've ever stopped doing this. Like, I genuinely find both happiness and peace and an overall just like fun, you know, be it alone, drawing it on just like a piece of paper at my desk, or with you guys, and you guys make it really fun, you know. Be it Joe bullying me about the sound or just like my proportions, or be it Mocking Bay or a boy Marcus just like popping in and saying hi, or boy Marcus being the Rizzler. You know, that's all just like fun, and I genuinely try to relate everything fun to this practice that I'm implementing in my life, you know. And you know, I'm grateful to have the ability to do this. I think that's cool. I've been looking for something to transition from traditional. Yeah, Photoshop is really great when it comes to drawing. I think I'm tied to it as well. I just started uni, but I don't know, I draw when I can. That's good. That's really good. That's, don't stop, you know. But if you, like you said, you're tied to it, even if you stopped, you're gonna come back. It's just a matter of time, you know. I spent, like I said, 3 years, you know, didn't draw a single thing. Let's see where you want to be, since not quitting art is non-negotiable now. Okay, sure. But hopefully you at least understand what I'm trying to say with just like less is more, right? What's your take on Friends versus The Office, by the way, Joe? I'm curious. Which show do you like more, The Office or Friends? That you guys can answer it as well. I want to see. I want to see how many of my you know the people in my chat like The Office versus the Friends. I personally feel The Office goated. I personally feel like you are going in loops in your practice and lack of direction under what you appreciate. iCarly is crazy. iCarly, Dan Schneider, is he the guy who made iCarly? I tried Friends, but I don't know, there wasn't a Dwight. Exactly, bro, exactly. I gotta go now. Nice to be here. Bye, folks. All right, take care, brother. I don't watch The Office or Friends. Honestly, that's even better. All right, take care, Mockingbay. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, so you said going in loops. I personally feel like you're going in loops in your practice and lack direction under what you appreciate. That's understandable. Maybe just like looking at it from like a third point perspective, if you wanna call it. I asked you what's your end goal, and you didn't even remember the artist's name. I didn't. Okay, dude. You're gonna hold that against me? Like, I see a lot of stuff on the internet, be it on Pinterest or on YouTube, and I just like internalize it, and I don't really just like keep track, but at least you know what you aesthetically like. Yeah, I mean, god damn, thank god bro gave me something at least. But yeah, I'm happy with the way I'm doing things. I know I'm not doing them in the most efficient way. I do realize that. You see, but you understand. Trust me, I do. But maybe I do. Like, who knows? Maybe you're saying something that I'm not seeing yet, right? But like I said, I do realize that I'm not doing things the most efficient way, but the most efficient way is not always the most fun way, and people are different, I'm just trying to do things like in a way that's like acceptable to me, that works for me, and I think I'm fine with it, like I said, I'm putting in some time, even though it's not much. I'm doing this with love, and I do trust the process, and I do trust that if I really like it, then I'm gonna get there. Curious to see something related to what you see, to what you aim for. Okay, maybe look, I'll try to like gather, or if I see something that's pleasing to my eye, I'll try to just like keep it in a a folder, and I'll try to remember that. But yeah, maybe what I'm trying to do is a better version of what I'm already doing, which is these kind of like the sketches that I've been doing. These, okay, I'm not showing this. but like a better version of this, you know, where the strokes are discontinued, but they convey, like, they feel confident and they convey the form. That's what I like, you know. This feels kind of like complete. Let's see. Like, you see, like the discontinuation here, for example. I like that. I like discontinued stuff. You know, the stuff here that doesn't really make any sense. It's just scribbles, but it kind of like conveys the form of a you know, some clothes or a hoodie or whatever he's wearing. Same thing here with the hair, for example. Like the lack of hair here, the clothes here. That's what I like. You know, the lack of like almost like half the thigh here is not apparent, but you can interpret the continuation of the line, and you can interpret the form. The lack of the ankle here. Obviously, I'm not saying like this is what I'm, you know, what I'm happy with. I'm happy with it. I'm not gonna say no, but I'm trying to develop it even more. You know, the lack of just like the continuation of the shorts here. You know, you don't really find shorts that are just like stop here and here, right? Isn't researching more about what you want more important than copy and drawing without enough accuracy? I like Phil Hale stuff. Phil Hayes, let's look them up. Oh my god, what is this? Bro, this stuff is scary. Yo. This is kind of fire, but this is scary, damn. Torment by Phil Hale, History, Analysis, and Facts. Yo, this is messed up. I've seen a video about like a painting that just like looks at you, that haunts you or whatever. Okay, this is fire. The rendering is crazy. That's it. Wow. It's like he can draw a word only I could see. That's interesting. Not pretty, not scary. It is pretty, but you know, this is kind of scary to me. If it's not scary to, you know, to little kids, then maybe I would agree. But this is freaky. It's even called Torment, I think. I assume this is like the name of the piece. But yeah, anyways, I'm tired of talking, honestly. I'm getting exhausted over here. It's 10:22, so probably gonna head to bed. But knowing me, I'm probably gonna watch an episode of The Impractical Jokers and then go to sleep. Anyways, it was thought-provoking. You know, what you brought up, Joe. I know what you're saying is coming from a place of just like a person who's been through it and who's seen people go through it. So I'm not taking what you're saying lightly. I really appreciate what you're saying. I value it greatly. I will keep it in mind, but you know, I'm kind of stubborn. So I'll also keep my words in my mind. And yeah. Anyways, good luck, brother. I really appreciate you. I genuinely appreciate your existence, bro. In my chat, and you know, in my life, you know, if that's like, you know, is this life like chats and just like challenging me on those ideas? Then challenge me on those ideas. Sure. I'm not, you know, confident that I will win against a person who, like I said, did go through it and have seen people going through it. But I'll still take the challenge anyways. Manny Noel, brother, I haven't seen you in my chat, I don't think. So I didn't really welcome you. Welcome to the channel. You know, I think you know everything by this at this point. Like, we've had like a very philosophical discussion. So yeah, this is kind of a late welcome. Winning is not the reward. Yeah, but it's a challenge though, right? I think I like staying. Huh? What you mean, brother? Amazing, brother. Pop off only on occasions, brother. Save it, brother. Gracious, brother. New flows come and be patient, brother. I haven't heard someone talk about stuff like this in a while. To partake the challenge is the reward. Well, then we're already reaping the reward. Is that what, how it's said? Then you already getting rewarded then, and I'm getting rewarded too. So that's already fun, you know, for both parties. I haven't heard someone talk about this stuff in a while. Yeah, I like to get into those kind of discussions because I feel like they have their implication on other aspects of a person's life as well, which is one of the reasons why I really like having those discussions with Joe, because I feel like, you know, entertaining the ideas that I bring to him or he brings to me, I feel like kind of like you know, back in the day when philosophers would gather up and they would just like start debating stuff. I feel like this is kind of like a a digitalized version of that. Yo, you got a sub to this dude, then Manny for you're gonna find a lot of the of this stuff here. Yeah, but we're like whatever. We're like philosophers up in this bitch. Like, we talk about important stuff, like, you know, like drawing and you know, existing and life and religion and politics and, you know, some tame stuff. Yeah, these days, yeah, all you get is Jordan Peterson, bro. Jordan Peterson. Don't. Okay. You're really just like, you're pressing the buttons here. I've got some stuff to say, but I don't want to say it because it's late. Like, no, I'm not scared of it saying anything, but like, it's kind of late. But Jordan Peterson, I used to look up to them, but then they started having like opinions about like the war and in that place over there. I don't want to get my stream striked. And he's like really what's the bad pill? The blue pill or the red pill? He's taken like the one that keeps you asleep, right, bro? On that Sigma Riz alpha male red pill. Yeah, so that's the blue. Peterson is on the blue pill. Yeah, he did fall off big time. He did fall off big time. I'm not saying, look, he does have like very corrupted ideas about, for example, the politics, but I'm not saying like all of his ideas are bad. When he tells, for example, when he speaks about like go clean your room, like how's that bad? Like, go clean your goddamn room, you know what I mean? But as a person, I don't agree with his values, his you know, political standpoints at all. JP on Skibbity, Ohio. Oh my god, man. Please. You're gonna infect my chat with the brain rot. Please seize that language. Have you seen, like, there's like a student or a teacher who delivered he delivered like a lecture, all just like in brain rot language, like a good like 20 minutes of just like brain rot language, trying to explain like some complex ideas. Yeah, he does have some stuff, but I don't know, good maybe outweighs the bad. Any y'all play chess? I do play chess, but not religiously. I kind of suck at it. But yeah. The good outweighs the bad. I don't know if I disagree or agree, but maybe you haven't really seen the bad. Go, you know, maybe if you dig deeper into, you know, his politics, then maybe you'll find more bad, and then the bad will outweigh the good, you know. Anyways, let's get out of this like Jordan Peterson spiel, and yeah. Anyways, I like how we went from like Jordan Peterson to chess. I like that. But anyways, I'm going to get some sleep now. I'm looking for chess goats, not filthy monkeys. I get a little competitive. Oh, damn, bro. Alright, chill. Joe, if you're into chess, like you got an opponent. My bad, I meant bad outweighs the good. Oh, then yeah, I would agree more with that statement. Uh-oh. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Checkmate, yeah. I think that's probably all what Joe knows. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you guys. I'm really grateful to be here and to be in this position, and just like to be able to draw and share my passion with you guys, have some advice, give some advice, and yeah, and overall just have fun. So Noel, welcome again, and thank you for being here. I really appreciate you, and yeah, all I gotta say is peace out. Oh, the Discord, by the way. Okay, Discord. I do have a Discord. This is the server. It's kind of like not very active, but that's probably my bad because I'm not taking care of it. But this is the server. You can pop in, say hi. Sometimes I do post my stuff there. We've got Marcus sharing his stuff as well there. So there's some channels, like go explore, have some fun, you know. Nah, it's all right. Perfect. All right. Outro again. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate every single one of you, and peace out.